What's up, guys? Welcome to Moonrunner City. I'm Chris. Today's video was going to be my review of Superman. But after a little conversation I had with a buddy of mine, I decided to prolong the conversation, record the conversation, and bring it to you guys. So you can listen along or you can watch along. It is edited together with some clips and video. But just know that this isn't a personal attack on anybody's feelings of Superman, the character, or the movie itself. This is just our feelings of the film pretty much right after we had just seen it. He had just seen it a few hours before I recorded our conversation, and I had seen it a few days before. Like, I think I recorded it on a Sunday, and I had seen it on the Friday. So, this is our conversation. I'll pop back in later, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Enjoy. What's up,
You're
buddy?
ready
How
to
are you doing?
go? Doing pretty well.
You see a movie
I don't
today?
really know. I saw Superman today, finally. Didn't want to see it, kind of wanted to see it, but had to see it.
You had to see it. Where you said you saw it in a 4DX? Where'd you see it at?
It was a Cinemark XD theater. Nice reclining
Nice.
seats.
Nice.
Went to a
Sounds
nice early movie, nice matinee, 10 a.m. But popcorn wasn't hot.
that's an early movie. 10 o'clock.
Matinee,
That's
baby. You get the early price. It's empty.
yeah, that's cool.
Nobody's in the
Tuesday.
seats. So
Tuesday they do a deal for Tuesday.
yeah, I think it's like $15 for XD.
Oh boy. All right. So let's start off with like your rating. So I gave it my rating when I did the review. I started off with a 6.6 out of 10. What do
Yeah.
you think? Where are you at now?
I'm uh I'm still in a battle. Saw it 10 o'clock today, so still taking it all in. But honestly, man, I'm between like a 4.7 and a 5.2.
Okay. So so pretty like mid also.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more on that 5 or 4.7 to 5 area. The movie
Like
was a mess.
yeah, like not that great middle ground, right?
Like if I had to say between bad, good, and great, it was almost good.
Okay. What are some of the positives that you take away from it?
Um, you know, honestly, he did a I don't know what it was. But that suit looked different in a couple of different scenes, but there were some scenes that he looked pretty good as Superman. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I did like
don't mind
the
this.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't mind the symbol at all.
Uh-huh.
Um, what else did I like? I mean, there was some action that was good. Uh,
Any action
you know,
sequences that stood out to you that you were like that was cool?
I think there was a coolness to each one.
Uh-huh.
But it there was also like a sloppiness to each one too.
Yeah. Okay, so like as far as the action sequences go, I really like the scene with Mr. Terrific where he puts like the shield over Lois. But like
Yeah.
you said, the camera like kind of goes around her, and like it's a little sloppy and choppy, and you're not seeing things that you want to see. All the sound effects were cool, and like it goes along, and it looks like it could be a cool scene. But yeah, like you said, there's just like a weird choppiness and unsteadiness to the camera where you're like unease, like you feel like off balance when you're watching it.
Yeah, and
Like, did you feel?
you
How
know,
did you feel about like the cinematography and like the camera work and special effects?
the cinematography wasn't bad. The scene where he rises out of like the dust and the sun's behind him was as a still is a really good scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Like you said, the suit does look really good sometimes. I actually didn't have a problem with it during the movie. There wasn't a point where like I bumped into it and was like, nah.
there were times for me where I felt that way. I don't know how I would probably have to watch it again to know how I felt like with that blue compared to the background.
Yeah.
Just because like the tones of the suit, at times I didn't mind the suit, at times I did mind the suit.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really think I like the shorts or briefs. I don't know what they were.
Yeah, they were definitely like shorts.
They
They
were,
weren't.
yeah,
Yeah, they were like
they were like
halvesies.
briefs and shorts. They were like shorts,
Box
but
briefs. Yeah, jorts.
yeah. Um, there was a she played pretty well as I forgot her name for Lois Lane.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yes, I thought she was a pretty good Lois Lane. I thought he played a decent Clark.
Uh huh.
Um,
I wish there was more Clark. Like, we almost don't see any Clark Kent at all.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to stay with the good parts, like you said, because I'll be honest,
Okay.
there were
Okay.
a lot of to me bad parts and questionable parts, and
Okay. All right. Yeah. So good stuff. Yeah, I did like Lois, and I did like their relationship together. I thought like it was grounded, and like when their scenes together, I wasn't like, oh, I can't wait till this is over. Like I liked their scenes together. Like I like that interview.
yeah,
I kind of like that interview conversation that they had. I do have little problems with it. We'll get into it maybe later, but yeah, I do like their scenes together.
yeah. Lex was good when he kind of raged out.
Yeah, yeah. Nicholas Hoult is a good actor. He's trying his best with Lex Luthor. I think. What did you
Yeah,
think about the
I don't think he tried at all.
What did you think about the Justice Gang?
I mean, Mr. Terrific is a powerful character. I think there's just too much James Gunn in it, but there's also no character development at all.
Yeah, no, there's zero. So
Like they just threw him in there, and I mean, I like Hulk Girl. I even did like Green Lantern. I
yeah,
wasn't
me
really a
too.
big fan of the suits at all. Um,
Yeah, like the leather jackets.
yeah, I
Kind
don't
of
know how I felt about Girl screaming every second that she was in a scene, pretty much.
same. Yeah, I was like, is that gonna do something? Is the scream debilitating somebody? Is it gonna like break windows? It just is just kind of like a war cry.
Yeah, yeah. The movie was very, it was like a wannabe Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a Superman movie. Like I feel like you said, it's got James Gunn all over it, and I think James Gunn does better with like an ensemble superhero movie rather than like a singular character like Superman.
Yeah, and you know what? Did you ever feel that like, um,
Yay!
with what's that?
Did I ever feel like yay? Like yes, like
Like,
yay,
like yes,
like
no, like
uplifting
yes, like that feeling, like even in Man of Steel, like when he learns how to fly, right?
first flight.
Or
Yeah,
when
You will give the people of Earth an idea. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. And in time, they will join you in song. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
first flight, or when he like, you know, there's certain scenes even in that universe that there was like you felt like, oh snap, like something's about
yes,
to go down, or like I feel
yes,
like I'm in this now. And I just felt like it would get there, but then right when it should have happened, it was like,
it let go.
and it got ruined by something.
Yeah, yes, I think so. I think there was no. It didn't let anything like breathe, and there was the only part where I felt a little like, yes, keep doing that is like when they're like kind of chanting like Superman, Superman, but that doesn't really go anywhere. Does he even show up when they're calling for him? I don't even think he shows shows up right away.
He doesn't even
So
show up.
yeah, and okay, so let's go into the negatives because
Oh, I can
I
go. I can go throughout this whole entire movie and point out negatives.
yeah, I because
I'm
I
gonna
think we.
just I'm
I
gonna
mean, hold on. Let me
start
try to think if I could get any more positives out of this because I think we mentioned like the good things, like the acting. I like the acting. A lot of the acting was okay, except for the villain, the girl villain. Is she called the engineer or something like that?
the engineer. Yeah, cool
She
powers. I mean, I don't.
like her performance. I didn't. I was just like I didn't like it, but I did like Lex Luthor and some like parts of him. Like you said, like I don't know. I think Nicholas Holt would be a good Lex Luthor, but not in this like not with this like storyline. So yeah, go ahead. I go with the
Uh,
negatives. Start off with Lex Luthor.
all right, I'm gonna start off. All right, listen, he would do better, I think, with a better script.
Yeah.
Um, but he was monotone pretty much the entire movie,
Yeah.
and I didn't do nothing. Didn't really turn. Didn't he? His role was so sporadic and one thing to the next thing,
Yeah, you
which
don't
it was so it was so messy.
I kept saying that I keep saying that I don't know why Lex Luthor doesn't like Superman. Like you don't know like his real motivation for like doing all the things that he does. You know, so at the end of the movie he does finally say like I don't like you because he's an alien. And that's kind of it. Like we don't really get into like oh you ruined my chances to get this company or you know there's no personal stakes. It's just like he doesn't like him. That's what I
Yeah.
got out of it. I mean, maybe I missed something, but yeah, all I got was just like he doesn't like you. You know, it wasn't
Well,
even that like oh Superman's gonna stop me from doing like this bad thing. It wasn't even that. It was just like I'm gonna do all this work, all this work, and to get Superman into this universe, into this pocket universe, and
bro,
that
listen,
yeah, yeah, go for
bro. I'm just.
it.
It was. I'm sitting here and thinking more, and I'm going just through from front to back. I
Okay,
watched
the
that
first
video. The guy was like, "Hey, it's gonna be, and it's like a lot of and then." So I think that's really the best way to say it. The movie was just
yeah.
next, 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 next. It was never like next, next. Oh, because of that, that's why this happened, or this is because of this, or it was just next, 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 next the whole time. And you're like, I feel like these are a
Wow.
bunch of shorts that I'm watching.
Yes, yeah. And it all kind of for me it starts in the beginning when we get that like the subtitles of like 3 decades, 3 years, 3 minutes, 3 days. Once they did that like 3 times, I was like, okay, we got to stop doing this because you're explaining too much and you're not showing anything, you know. And then they just kept doing it, you know. 3 minutes ago he lost his last fight, you know. Another 3 minutes and it keeps going and that's what the movie feels like it does like you just said like it just kind of we just go from one thing to the next without getting any explanation of like how that happened or where it's going to go later.
Well, I thought I was watching Star Wars, and then I'm like, okay, so he's been Superman for 3 years. Okay, cool. And then the trailers of the whole movie, basically. I mean, he lands in the snow, that opening scene. There's no explanation to anything.
Yeah, where the robots come
He's just,
from.
well, not even that, dude. You don't even know why he is bleeding, bruised, battered, can't fly, can't move, can't make it to the fortress, can't this. You don't know any of that.
Right, yeah,
And
you
you'll
don't even know.
never,
Yeah,
and you never even find out. The whole movie, you never even find out.
yeah, you don't even find out like what was it that like messed him up so bad, you
You have
know.
no idea.
There's no like power, like there's no explaining of how much power anybody has, even Lex Luthor. Like we don't know like how rich or how smart or how much of a genius he is. We don't know any of that stuff. He just comes up with shit. Like he's just like, yeah, don't worry, I got that Krypton thing figured out.
Yeah, and
So
then
What did you
So
think about? Because this happens. Go ahead. Go. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say, and then you just get bounced right back into it,
Yeah.
and you're. I mean, I was sitting there like, I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Superman just getting his ass royally beaten.
Can we talk about how he was getting his ass whipped? Because I found that like really. I still think
Whoa.
about it, the
What you mean
whole
like
like.
the this guy had like it was like ordering Chinese food, dude. There was like L7, dude. I mean, we were playing chess.
Yeah, and he knew the moves beforehand, right?
He knew the moves 3 seconds before anything was done.
Way before that, because he's got to tell the person at the desk, and then the person at the desk has to type it in or whatever, and then relay it to Ultraman, and then Ultraman does his move. So am I to believe
Well,
that
no, no, hold
Super
on, hold
Super?
on, hold on, hold on. First off, that wasn't Ultraman. That was the
Oh
was
yeah.
the Bavarian Guard. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
well, don't even get me. So,
Oh, the Ultraman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
oh yeah. So, and
So the
on
moves
he's
the moves
the
beforehand.
but he got destroyed. Superman got destroyed.
How
I don't
though?
know how
He moves faster than a speeding bullet.
what he
How
was.
is
Okay,
he?
well, even if we grant that the robot said he was at 85%, fine.
Mhm.
Even if you grant that, you got yeah, Superman's also known for his strategy, and he was just telegraphing everything. Keep in mind, we're still 3 years into Superman, so this isn't brand new to him.
Yeah.
He kind of acts like a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. A little whiny, little hot headed.
Yeah. If I knew the Fortress of Solitude was that easy to find, I would have just went out to find it myself.
Which again, they tell us how they found that thing? I mean, in
No,
almost all
no,
the other Superman
no.
movies, there's always like a thing of like, oh, this is fucking thermal imaging, or like we followed him home.
That
Like, there's,
engineer just appears out in the snow walking.
yes, that's right. Yes, yeah. She's like, oh, I followed him.
Well, no, she's walking, right? But, oh, because that's where Superman landed when the Bavarian Guard hit him. So now she's
Right,
just walking in any random direction. She says she can't find anything or any trace. And then all of a sudden he flies away and she starts walking towards it and finds it.
right. And then it's left unguarded, and then the robots do nothing.
Yeah.
the, the robots who I'm not really sure. Like when the movie starts and he's like getting introduced to a couple of the robot, like one of the robots, like 12 is like, oh, this is 4. They're new, and he's like, hey, 4, and we're like, wait, so he doesn't know the robots? Like, do they just get made like every once in a while? Like, how's this happening? Well, who made the robots? and
You know,
and
if you do go
and
back to
and
the if you go back to like the storylines of like the comics, he had the robots. I mean, he even had like the zoo inside the Fortress of Solitude in some of them. But there's no if you're looking for any answers in this movie, you get none.
yeah, yeah, no,
You get
yeah,
none.
that's
And we're not even
that.
past really the first scene yet.
Right. Yeah. I'm getting a phone call. Boop boop. Okay. All right. But okay, so we could go back into what maybe we'll talk about. Um, how did you feel about Lex's plan to get the two countries to fight each other to cause a distraction? Like, how did you feel about like that adding in like a sort of like a real life political element into like a superhero movie? Did you bump into that at all? Did you feel like it was needed?
It was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was not necessary really out. I mean,
If all it is to do is
the
to
necessity.
distract him, then you could do anything.
Well, not only that, but he did it to help his to help his organization get like the funding and everything. But I mean, all that Superman did was go there one time and stop it and basically do nothing that they don't even show.
Yeah.
And that's all. And then it was mentioned maybe one or two more times, and that was it.
Yeah, and then they say he says that he puts the guy up against a cactus and all this other stuff, and we don't see any of that.
Oh, the Hammer of Baravia. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, the hammer. That's right.
Call it the Baravian Guard here. The Hammer of Baravia.
That's close. The other one sounds actually better.
It does.
So
This.
that whole scene, I almost thought like you could almost do without that scene because then we go to the Daily Planet where we get like the only scene where we actually see Clark Kent and
Wait. We don't go there yet,
where we go.
right? Doesn't the Baravian Guard leaves, and doesn't he go through a portal and end up? No, he
Right.
goes back to he goes back to the beach,
Yeah,
right?
but he does.
Where his mask comes back, and that's where they show who it is.
Right. So he gets into the portal and then he ends up coming back into like Lex's little like what do you call that? Like office building.
Well, yeah. However, it happens. Like it's just reveal like that. It's just like, oh, okay, this is who it is. You're like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, and we're like,
that's
oh,
something, I guess.
yeah, I didn't know that was supposed to be a thing. What about Ultraman?
About who?
Ultraman, he pops up around this point, doesn't he?
Ultraman?
Yeah. Is it called Ultraman?
Who are you talking about? Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, that's when they first show Ultraman,
Right.
and
So
then he kind of pops up. But
there's no explanation on who he is. I mean,
he's
at
just
the
a
end,
dude. He's the guy. He looks like what's his name from GI Joe.
he
He's just blacked out, dude.
yeah. Oh, Snake Eyes. He looks like Snake Eyes with a big U on his chest. All right, so let's go to the Daily Planet. What did you think about Jimmy Olsen being a hardcore pimp?
God, I can't even talk about it.
All right, so his whole thing of like he's a ladies' man, right? And then we'll jump ahead a bunch. But so okay, so he gets like the text messages from the girl, right? Lex Luthor's girlfriend, and the text messages like have like the like hidden plans in the background, and he finds out about it. At at the end of the movie, like Jimmy Olsen still kind of stays like a player, and he's still kind of annoyed at the girl. Like he doesn't go through like a character arc. Like he's still
Oh,
kind of the same person.
him and Mutant Toes,
Yeah, Mutant Toes. Yeah,
dude. What a wild. I don't. I mean, look. Maybe I haven't read those comic books. I don't remember him being a ladies' man like that.
it
Um,
just
uh,
like it also doesn't really like it goes somewhere obviously like because okay so he's the girlfriend's giving him the text messages and that's like really important but like his story doesn't really go anywhere like he kind of stays like I don't know like a gigolo which is which is
yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, he's so fine." The two girls like standing there, like, "Oh, he's so fine."
It was just weird.
It was just a weird. It was a
And it
weird thing.
wasn't and it wasn't there was no again no explanation on like how or why or you didn't even like see him at work there's no like oh let's see him and like oh okay now we know why because he's super charming there's none of that there's just like he gets text messages and then he's just like annoyed at the text message and then so
Yeah.
and then the girlfriend and then when he sees her she gets released from prison or like this big like to do and she goes to hug him and he's like still like meh.
Well, also I mean, if you think about it, there was like a little bit more emphasis put on Lex's girlfriend in the other movies and the comics. There wasn't anything really. I mean, all she did was walk around and take selfies the whole movie.
Yeah.
So there was really no information on her.
Yeah, it could have been anybody taking those pictures and sending them to somebody.
Yeah, you wouldn't know she was a girlfriend. Maybe when they hugged one time, her and Lex, maybe that's when you would figure it out. But other than that, you wouldn't really know that they were dating.
Right. Yeah, and she doesn't do anything for him. Like, it's not like, he's like, here, hold the key or whatever. Like, she's like, okay,
Nothing. Nothing.
Hmm.
And then, so
What'd you think
yeah.
about Clark's parents?
Oh,
I can't figure out which I hate more. What they did with his adopted parents, the Kents, or what they did with his actual
don't
parents, the
even get me to the natural parents.
the Jorels. Okay, because
Don't even get me to the fucking L's.
both of them are just so equally like offensive. Like, his whole background, his whole like strength of being Superman is like because of his parents and his background. Especially the Kents. The Kents are the ones that like it's instilled like that human goodness and kindness and all that stuff in him. And like that's his background. And in the movie, they're portrayed as idiots. They're like retarded. And they don't offer him any good advice at all. Like they're really like they're like slow. Like there's the part where he's like talking to the mom on the phone, and the mom is like yelling at the cell phone like on the table, and it's like, well, what is going on here? Like, why are we making them look like this stupid? Like there's nowhere in the South where older people are like this, and I was just like, this is wild. That like why can't he have good parents?
I
Why
saw I
can't
could like I related with the part where she was like trying to yell into the phone, but I was also sitting there at the same time like this is a very they don't seem like they raised Superman. Like they seem very like they almost play them off as like not smart, like two country bumpkin
that's what I'm
dad
saying?
like
They're
and the
dumb.
dad and the
I,
dad you
I
like
thought
from in Constantine he had these wavy eyes and then all of a sudden he shows back up in Superman with these wavy eyes.
Yeah, I thought because of who the actor is, I swear to God, I thought at one point the mom was gonna turn to Clark and just be like, "Oh, you know how your father is, like don't like, cause he's like slow or whatever." I thought they were actually gonna be like one of them is like kind of handicapped, and like maybe that's just why like Superman is so nice but no, they're just
It was a good scene with him and his father on the porch.
yeah but again that like didn't that lasted. I rather
It
have
lasted
Kevin
2 seconds.
yeah I'd rather have Kevin Costner tell Superman not to do the right thing than that.
Yeah. And for everyone that hated on how
Kevin.
Costner died in Man of Steel, including you,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was a very big, impactful, like plot and character building moment,
It
which
is.
you never, ever, ever, ever get in this movie.
Yeah, nothing. Even when the robot dies, like when he comes in, like the robots are like dead, and it's stabbing itself in the head. Like I don't, what was that? I don't know if that was supposed to be a funny, but he comes and like the robot is just like I'm trying to fix myself. Do you remember that? And it's like stabbing itself in the
Yeah,
head with like a screwdriver.
yeah.
Like it's
I'm
supposed
like,
to
is
be
this
like
trying
this.
to erase its memory?
Yeah, and it's like this like poignant moment. He's holding its hand, and then no, I don't know what happens after that. The robots are just kind of fine like a half an hour later, right? Do they pop
Yeah,
back
I
up
guess they
again?
just, I mean, I don't know if he rebuilt them or I don't even know. Like, I have no idea.
So can we go into like why we don't know anything? Because he's supposed to have knowledge about his background. And in this movie, he has no knowledge. He has like a small like video that only like plays a little bit, and he's not able to get the full message until like halfway through the movie. Like, how did you feel about him not having the crystals or like any knowledge from his past?
Um, well, I mean, I'm trying to really think on who had real knowledge of their past. I mean, being
Like,
as he was only 3 years in, I don't really think, can't really, because I'm just going back to the movies. I don't really, outside of, some of the crystal stuff in Superman, in the original Supermans, with Christopher Reeves, I think that was really it.
Well, Man of Steel, he has the crystals too. He has that
Oh,
little
he's got
S,
the little thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
right? And then the AI robot is like following him around and like telling him things. And then that's when he sees the dad, and the dad is like there. You get that whole sequence when the dad's telling him the history, and it's all like done in that like crazy CGI.
And speaking of which, to be honest, sorry to sidetrack again here. It's going to happen a lot.
And that's okay.
That Fortress of Solitude, the way it rose out of the snow, if I'm going to be real picky about it, they could have made it not only look better, but I just felt like the speed of it was way off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could have like slowed it down just a little bit. It just could have been so much more impactful.
Yeah. It's the Fortress of Solitude. You know, like I think we got I think we get a better reveal of the Fortress of Solitude in Superman Returns.
Yeah.
If I think back to it, I think going back to it. I think the Fortress of Solitude. It's a little dark, and everything in that one is a little dark. Superman Returns, but let me get some to drink here.
I'd probably have to watch that again, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon Ruth actually did play a good Clark Kent now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he's the only one I think that got to actually wear the glasses. Oh, the glasses. Can we talk about the glasses? What did you think about the addition of the glasses being like hypno glasses, and then that's why people can't like recognize him as Superman. What did you think about that?
I
Because
believe
I
that
never
was
heard of
like
that.
I believe that was like very rarely used in the comics. In maybe some of the comics, it was very rare to be used.
It feels
But for
too
that to be like, it feels too pushed. It feels like too out in front, though.
it also feels like too magic-y for Superman. Do you know what I
Plus, we're not
mean?
going to
Like
know who he is with his stupid hair as Clark Kent.
yeah. And also, we don't even see him as Clark Kent. So like we don't even get a chance to like see like the magic glasses like take effect, or like, you know, just recently there was did you see that documentary about Christopher Reeves? It's called Superman, like super hyphen
I
man.
don't believe. I don't believe so. I don't know if I did.
So it's basically like a biography on Christopher Reeves, and it goes into like him playing Superman, his career as playing Superman, and it shows like how he got between playing Clark Kent and Superman, and like kind of like the little physical things that he would do to like show you on camera, like I'm Clark Kent now, and then now I'm Superman. And like you could
Oh,
see like his physical body, like he would like kind of
he
stand
had a
like kind of
hunch.
hunched, yeah, and like
Yeah,
yeah, his hair always like kind of like in his face. His voice is like pitched differently. He's kind of like stumbles and mumbles a little bit. You know, it's totally different. It's like a totally
he
different person.
he had a complete different. In fact, he was the best Clark Kent by far.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a hunch. I mean, like you said, the hunch, the even the smile was different. The way he talked was different. The hair with the speedy walk, everything was different.
yeah. I really like it. And then it makes when he's Superman so much more like cooler, like when he's like so confident and like and competent, you know, like when he's able to just get shit done, you know, from going from like this like normal everyday guy who's kind of aloof, and then like you see him in action, you're just like, yes, bitch, get things done.
Well, you feel like you're looking at someone different.
Yeah,
Which, if
yeah,
I had to be honest, for Man of Steel, that was one of the weaker points for me. I never felt like I was really watching someone different.
right, yeah. Henry Cavill, he doesn't do that like back and forth, like you said. I think Brandon Ralph probably comes the closest to like changing a performance.
But I think Cable probably was the best Superman.
Yeah, as of right now, it's close
Just
because
Superman alone.
Superman
And Reeves
alone.
is right. Reeves is right there too. It's hard, but I just like Henry Cable's Superman better.
Yeah, I really like Henry Cavill's Superman. I wish he was able to do a little bit more, like more Superman movies. But you get what we got.
Let, let's get into the kaiju.
Okay. Did I like the fight scene? I like that scene. Yeah,
I
I
just want
didn't.
to I just want to clarify that they let this little baby thing off at night,
Yeah,
right? At the morning time in a coffee shop, it's 7 feet tall.
yeah,
And then not a single thing happens. It's in the middle of the city at however feet tall.
and then it wreaks havoc.
Then it wreaks havoc. Then people notice, and it does no damage.
Right. Yeah.
It does zero damage until they start fighting them.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he starts. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the Justice League is kind of like, or the Justice Gang. They're kind of irresponsible in that way, right? They're like, they'll try to save the day, but then they'll end up like messing things up. Which there's that
Yeah.
scene. We'll jump forward real quick. There's that scene where he's talking to Lois, and then that monster is getting like,
Oh, we'll get to that thing.
and he's just like, oh, they got it. It's okay.
We'll get to that thing.
So yeah, I thought the scene does come out of nowhere, and there's no like other consequences from like him. Like you said, he grows up throughout the night and the day, but nothing ends up really happening from it until the movie starts. The movie says so.
Yeah, and it there's no damage. There's no damage at all. In
That he
fact,
falls on. Yeah,
I'm thinking
he falls and Superman catches him.
no.
The,
Um,
or does he fall up against the building and the building falls
no, he didn't. No, the building fell.
at
Didn't
the
the
end?
building fall when it was splitting?
Also,
When the
does
city
that
was
not
splitting?
remind you? Does that not remind you of like? I feel like they're kind of ripping that off from not only the first Superman, but Superman Returns. This whole like the Earth is splitting. There's an earthquake. Like we've seen this before. That happens in
Well,
Superman Returns, right?
we can get into that too, bro. I got a lot to say here. I got a lot to say, bro. If we're gonna be analytical, I got a lot to say. This movie's
Oh
not
man.
worth watching twice.
I mean, I kind of want to just to like kind of nitpick more on the things that I'm nitpicking on, but
Well,
yeah, like you said,
at this point, doesn't it go? Wait, doesn't the kaiju die, and then that's when they find out about his what his family the message was?
yes, yeah. So like around this
Okay,
point, yeah, okay, yeah. So they say that the parents basically told Superman to go to Earth to make a lot of babies and to rule over them because they're weak and you're stronger. And so go make a new Krypton there, my son. And so
well,
his parents are his parents are genocidal maniacs.
oh my gosh.
So so my problem with it is they took another noble, humbling like figure in Superman's life and like just flipped it around and turned him into a bad influence, basically. Like you're telling me, like Jor-El, a scientist, a rebel, who figured out that Krypton was gonna blow up and like had this plan to send the last son of Krypton to Earth so that like a little piece of Krypton will be like left off somewhere.
And
This
tried to
guy
save the whole planet and tried to save the planet by warning them.
and this guy is just like go and land on that planet and make sure you inflict as much damage as you can and then become king of that planet. Like that is such a slap in the face of like just like the character of like Jor what is his name? Jor-El, right?
Jarrell.
Oh man. The mom doesn't get any like she doesn't get anything. I mean, at least in Zack Snyder, the mom does a lot of things there. Like she's the one isn't she the one that like hides the baby for a little while Jor-El's like in this fight with the guards and Zod.
She sets up the ship.
So both parents like do something to like get their baby out of there, and in this one it's just like it, they're almost like using their baby to like just populate another planet. Like it's not even like they care about the baby.
Well, the problem is, if you
It's
break
like
it down, it does.
they
It
they care more about their genes being spread.
Yeah, if you break it down, it doesn't make any sense because he kills the kaiju, right? This massive monster that does no damage at all.
Hmm.
Kills this monster, right? Has the whole Justice League squad gang hoodlums there. Everyone's happy, and then all of a sudden this message comes along from Lex that as a uh, automatically everyone thinks it's 100% the truth
Truth, yeah.
and turn on him in the drop of a dime, throw stuff at him.
Instantly, yeah.
It's and he's been there for 3 years saving people. Like there's no, it makes no sense. And on top of that, I know you ruined Jarrell. You ruined the entire Superman character.
Yeah.
You hear about this harem 4 more times in the movie.
Yeah.
You hear the word dog and dude about 40 times in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that. Nobody listens to Superman. Like, you don't get the sense that people are like gonna follow him in confidence. Like, and so when they turn on him, it makes sense that the crowd turns on him because they're so like just not loyal to Superman at all. Like, they're not like oh, man, what would you say that they're not like confident in him.
He's
Like
not,
Lois is not confident in him. Like nobody's confident in him, and she knows
it's
like
like
who he
it,
is. So
it's like he
she shouldn't
just
have that
came there.
problem.
It's like he just came there. It's like he just arrived. It's like he never grew up because somehow all of a sudden he arrived or he announced himself 3 years ago. But doesn't really seem like people are scared of him at all. It doesn't really seem like um,
They respect him.
they respect him. He's super emotional.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll wait to get into the yeah.
when he comes in looking for the dog and he's smashing the office up.
I can't.
I mean, he just loses his cool completely. Like, I mean, maybe he just comes in and like smashes the place just to be intimidating, but then it just keeps going and he just like wrecks the place. Like he scares everybody. Everybody's got to run for their lives.
Dude, he's a god, and he professes his love 3 months into a relationship.
I mean, they try. I give just a little bit of credit for them just trying to pull off a heterosexual relationship in a movie because you could see they were struggling. I mean, they barely got out the words "I love you." I mean, that's the point of their relationship is like he says "I love you," and then later on in the movie she's got to say "I love you too." That is so fucking basic of a love story or like a relationship story. I mean, you could do better with Lewis and Clark. There's there's
Lois
it
and Clark are not supposed to be that. They're supposed to be like they're supposed to love one another.
Yeah. And they're supposed to also have like a little bit of a back and forth where they can't be together. There should
Yeah,
be some of that.
yeah.
There should be some of that
Well,
like Spider-Man and Mary Jane like I can't be with you like it's too dangerous.
yeah, and well, listen, let's not jump too far because I'll go on forever with these two. Do you want to go through anything else in the movie
Specifically
before getting into some characters?
yeah, the
But they ruin.
the,
But
the
they last
pocket
thing
the
to say on
pocket
this,
that
they ruin the entire Superman backstory. They ruin the entire Superman. I mean, I can understand. Oh, maybe he's a better. They're looking at it like, oh, he's a better person because he's choosing good over evil because they want him evil. But you ruin the whole Krypton story. You ruin the entire story. Like you literally negate the entire movie just with that part that she can
but
figure out, but these Superman robots can't decipher the thing.
the code, yeah, they can't fix the video. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but she did it. But the engineer did it.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what she's doing. She just like she could do anything basically. Her powers is
Well, her power was she can form anything she can think of.
she's Green Lantern.
How does that translate into being, Lucy?
Yes, yeah, a Neo
And how
from
does
the
yeah
Matrix.
Lucy and yeah how does that translate to Lucy and Neo?
She's Agent Smith. She's Agent Smith in Revolutions.
I thought she was gonna hand Lex a USB drive after. Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman was gonna pop out.
yeah. Her no, but her arms turned into like little squiggly things.
Yeah, yeah. Which again, that actually, that fight scene. I mean, as much as there were things wrong with it, that was a cool fight scene at the end.
I
Um,
like the baseball scene at the baseball field. I like that.
yeah, the feel was good. Uh, some of it was like I just like, okay,
I
so
don't
wait,
know
so
why they
Ultraman
can't.
can
Why
Ultraman
can't?
cannot he couldn't fight without orders? I don't originally. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, why does he look like Anakin Skywalker and Henry Cavill all, like wrapped together and not like David Cornsweet?
He looks. I told you, he looks like Bucky from
Yeah,
the Avengers with a mix of like
yeah.
the
They do that.
first like black suit Superman with the long hair, or
Yeah, they
Henry
do that.
Cavill, like a mix.
They do that thing where they reveal his face, and then they're like, "Ta-da!" And I'm like, "Who's that?" I'm like, that
I'm
doesn't
like,
look.
what?
Is that supposed to be a clone? Like, I guess. Like, not really. Maybe his hair's a little sweaty.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm,
I don't know why he had to be, yeah, again, like just a lot of I don't knows just cuz. Like you said the and then. It's a lot of and thens. So, before we get
and
into the character,
then
let's go and then let's before we get into the character, let's go back to
no, and then
the let's go back to the part where they're in the pocket dimension and Metamorpho is
yeah,
like turns into kryptonite.
yeah, yeah. Before all that, okay, fine. Superhumans are around. They know shit that we don't know. How come every regular human being is like, oh, a pocket universe? Okay, cool.
They're cool with it.
Like it's
Yeah.
like there's not even a question about it. Oh, I got it. The she texts me. He's making pocket universes. Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
a
okay,
big deal.
cool. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then that's all he does with he's got access to a pocket universe. Like he can make his own pocket universe. So all he does is make a dark prison, not even a very good one. Like no guards,
Yeah.
no sentient towers.
It looked like, and if you see like even like all the pieces it was made up of and stuff. I mean, outside of
You know
um,
that
out,
it looked like celebrity tic tac toe. You know, like when the celebrities are in like the tic tac toe boxes.
it
Like
looked
that's
like
what.
Minecraft.
Yes, it looked like Minecraft. Yeah.
The whole thing looked like Minecraft with like a mix of um uh like Thor when they had like there was like
Right.
certain ground.
The Rainbow River.
Yeah, like kind of like that. It was like, what are we
What
doing?
was that? What was that? Where he's like in like this weird, like you said, like it's like the Minecraft lava scene, and he's like holding the baby up against like up in the air, like
Well,
that's gonna do anything,
yeah, that baby's supposed to be like the most powerful mutant in ever,
and he's holding it like a loaf of bread.
and it's being held in a glass cage. And
Yeah,
Metamorpho, how many more characters are they going to ruin? For people
yeah.
that said that he was good, I don't know. I don't really know if I felt like he was good or not. I felt like he was okay. I mean, everything was kind of okay.
He just kind of like at one point he's like, "No, I can't let you go. Just shut up. Don't do anything." And then at one point he's like, "Okay, you're right. Lex is bad. I'm gonna help you now."
Yeah,
And
okay,
they're
I'll put the
able.
kryptonite away. I'll form some type of the closest thing I can get to a sun, and that's it.
So he makes a sun, but he can't break. Like he can't turn into a fucking diamond and break the glass.
Yeah,
What is
dude.
going on?
And then a black hole forms, and then the
Yeah,
whole world starts to open up, and then there's an evacuation called, but there's no evacuation when there's a kaiju in the middle of the city. And then for everyone bitching that Man of Steel, oh my God, there was so much damage to the city. Bro, it was like dominoes, and
yeah.
about
They just
10
dropped.
buildings fell over, and the whole world was starting to split in half. And how is there water still left in any of the rivers? And how did everything just go? How are there not tsunamis? How did everything just go back together and nothing? Like,
Yeah,
what?
it just splits and nothing like shreds into pieces.
Yeah,
I mean,
outside of that row, everything else just split in half. Nothing else happened.
we know what earthquakes do. Okay, Okay,
And
characters.
all it took was a code to bring it back. Like it was just all we need is a code.
I
Just
don't
need the
know
code.
what. Again, like Lex Luthor just comes up with stuff that he just does, and why? Because he just doesn't like Superman. Because reasons.
There's just too many swinging attempts at comedy, and really not many landed. There was like a maybe one or two parts in there that were
Maybe I laughed
funny.
twice. Yeah, maybe I
Maybe I
laughed twice.
giggled,
Yeah, I remember giggling, and I don't think anybody else giggled, so I wouldn't
and
even
I
say
think
that it was a joke.
and one of them was because Lois Lane, right? When she just showed, when they were going to the spaceship, she's like, "You still built that spaceship? You can't build a faster garage."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Where the fuck do they go? Because they take off in that spaceship. For some reason, all of a sudden now we got to get all the characters from the Daily Planet somewhere. So okay, so we get them into a spaceship, and I don't know where they go because at the end of the movie, they just kind of pop up and they're all like clapping and high fiving, and the girl with the big boobs is bouncing around, and I'm like, wait a second, what did they do? I don't remember where they go or where they went at all.
I I don't know. I don't
Did
even
they
know.
like? I don't know. I know Mr. Terrific is trying to do something. He's like trying to figure out the code. But that's it. Like I don't like they're like Lois is not trying to. I can't remember if she's trying to get somewhere or fly like something into the Death Star or what. Like there's nothing. They just get
Well,
into a.
there's nothing. There's also no cops. There's no military. There's no nothing. Lex is just levitating in the air in his little spaceship that's connected to two buildings. It's it,
Tony Stark
it's
tower.
oh man. Oh, the more I think about the movie, the more I think it's bad.
It is. Yeah, that's why I said when yesterday I had it at like a 6, and then now after thinking about it, it's like at a 5. When I think about the parents and all that stuff, I'm like at a 4. Like that stuff is just like why? Why can't he have good upbringing? Like
And
why?
and
And
that scene that
and
you
you
were
know
talking
why
about,
you know why because it's woke as fuck. Woke is still not dead. It's alive and well in this fucking movie,
you
and I
know,
hate
I
it.
just don't. I'm at the point I don't think it was woke, man. I just think that James Gunn is not the person to make a Superman movie, and I think that
Yeah,
you know, he's going to probably make his two or three movies, but after
I
that, we're
hope
not going
not.
to get a Superman movie for another like 15 years.
I hope he doesn't direct the next movie. I hope he just like gives it to somebody else that could like actually like handle like like a Superman story. Like what
Well,
are they gonna do? Like where are they gonna go?
there's so many routes you can go. There's so I, no matter. I would love to see an old man Superman, like an old
Yeah.
man Logan, an old man Superman with Superboy in it, and you know, I've always thought. I think me and you have talked about it before. You know,
Mhm.
Brainiac's the main villain.
Mhm.
You know, you can have another villain in there, but Brainiac's the main one. Maybe the sun is dying or something.
Yeah, that's why he's losing
So
his
he's
powers.
weaker. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What did you think about? Okay, so we're talking about future stuff. Let's try to tie it off here,
Well,
dude. We've been
well,
going for an hour almost. This is great.
real, real quick. That scene that you were talking about, where they like, where he went back to the apartment, and she's like, "Oh, you're not helping them with, you know, whatever," and
Oh
he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a whatever it may be. They got it." Like it's just like a normal thing. Like in when you see that in the poster and stuff, and in the like some parts in the trailer, like you think he's about to go out, like that's what he's about to go out and have this massive fight.
he should never be like, oh, they got it. He should always be trying to help. He saves squirrels.
Oh, bro, the squirrels. Oh my God. And then they had crypto chasing squirrels.
Why? And then he's like, when Crypto flies, his legs still move. I kind of bumped into that once in a while. I
It's
mean,
not the right dog.
I didn't. I mean,
Crypto's supposed to
I'm
be a
not.
lab.
I
It's not
wasn't
supposed to
really
be
mad at. I wasn't really too mad at the crypto stuff. I mean, it was like there and it was annoying, but it
yeah,
wasn't.
I agree, but it wasn't the right breed of dog.
Yeah, and like him being like, again, somebody like see, like you say it's not woke, but they don't listen to Superman, and Superman's not manly at all. He doesn't get respected. He gets kicked in the balls, and when the Supergirl comes to pick up her dog, she just calls him a bitch. Like that's the last thing she says to her long lost cousin, who they share. They're the only ones in the universe that share this planet, and she's just like, "Bye, bitch."
Bro,
What?
she's it that's horrible, right? But the worst part of that is to understand, like,
Horrible.
he listen, James Gunn throws that in, right? It's a red sun, so she's weaker, so she can get drunk. She's partying on other planets.
But
So
she
she's
shows up.
traveling intergalactically. So one, how's she traveling intergalactically? Two, how is she doing it with her powers if she doesn't have powers because she's going to a red sun planet where she can get drunk? Three, why is Supergirl doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
And that like opens up, okay, great, Morbius or would uh Morbius? No,
Um,
not Morbius. What's the
Jason
name's gonna be in the
Momoa.
next one? Yeah.
Jason Momoa is gonna be Lobo.
Lobo, sorry, I don't know why I was thinking Morbius.
Yeah, yeah.
Lobo's gonna be in. But like, dude, you just throw that in there at the end. It's just a shit way to end the Superman movie.
And start the Supergirl movie. Like she's a drunk.
She's a
Like
drunk,
it's like that. Like
and her
is a
suit looked
mom like really?
terrible.
Is like yeah. Like is our parents supposed to be like, oh, I can't wait to go take my kid to go see that Supergirl movie? Like man.
I do think if you're younger and or you don't follow Superman, I think you'll enjoy the movie.
I said the same
It's
thing,
it's
and
it's a fun movie if you're not a fan of if you're not into Superman, or if you're younger or just going for like the visuals, like you'll be it's a you'll be fine. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah,
when you start looking at like, hey, CGI didn't look good, his face didn't look good here. They didn't show much of. I mean, they showed him flying, but they also kind of didn't at the same time. Like
no, there
those
was no,
epic kind of flying scenes. Like,
yeah,
okay, so Man of Steel was the first time I think that we really saw
him figure
work
out
put
how to
in.
fly.
Well, not that, but like we really saw like work being put into like an in-flight scene,
Right,
like
like
where he's
trying to
fighting,
portray, yeah, like trying to portray like in flight with Superman and make it feel like real, and we're
like
like
when
there.
Cavill fought Zod in Man of Steel.
Yeah,
Like that was like some good, like it
yeah, you're
wasn't
like,
super
wow.
fast and like you were like, wow. Here, it just felt like every time there was a fast moment or him flying and fighting, it felt like
The camera's trying to catch up.
it's it well, it's trying to catch up. You're not getting like that wow moment or like that holding long enough moment, but because everything it just seems like it wants to spin around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard that too. Like he likes to spin the camera around. I've heard that from somebody else. Yeah, I mean, like I even think like in Superman Returns, they portray like flying even a little bit better in that one. Where like I want to see him flying and just be like, oh wow, like that's how a guy looks like when he's flying. Like that's how I want to feel. And in this one, they tried to do it in that like in the beginning where it's like you got that fisheye lens like right up against his face, and it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, and that was a big thing too. That was a big thing for me. I'm a huge fan of Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a little choppy, but I thought the scenes didn't have to be drug out
Hmm.
to make good character development. Like I thought Snyder developed um, uh, Clark Kent really well, and then
Hmm.
Superman really well. But
Yeah.
he did it pretty fast. Like there
Yeah.
wasn't a
Like
lot of like BS in the scenes. It was like, hey, I'm learning how to fly. I fell. I got up. I'm learning speed. I'm learning maneuvering. I'm learning movement. Like you went through the whole process.
yeah. Yeah. That first hour of Man of Steel is pretty tight. Like there's
Like
nothing really wrong there.
all right, here, I'll give you this example, right? So compare now this Superman, right? Take
Yeah.
any scene in that movie. Did you feel the way you felt when Henry Cavill's Superman bent down on his knee, he kneeled down, and the rock started to rise up as he was about to jump the first time?
No, no, yeah,
No,
like when, yeah, and then
no.
the music is
Yeah.
swelling. Like the music is really good in Man of Steel. Hans Zimmer, the music in this one, I didn't feel anything at all. Again, I barely noticed when the Superman theme came on because I don't even think they even used it like well. Like they didn't even like use it like when like it needed to be used.
They changed it to like these solo off instruments almost, like a different type of guitar, or like so, and you're kind of like when you heard it, you're like, okay, cool.
But
And then like you almost, and then like you, it was just altering different pieces of it, but it was
yeah, they
similar.
weren't playing. It was like almost like an AI version of it. It wasn't playing
Yeah,
like the actual notes that like actually hit like like it wasn't giving you like the
it's like they
moment.
got a copyright for the sample so they can alter the sample.
Right. Yeah.
When in Man of Steel, it was a complete different theme that played different parts at different times. This, the composition, like,
It's all over the
it just
place.
never felt right. It never felt right. Like, I'm like, what music is like? It doesn't
I
feel
never
anything's really going on here.
I never felt like anybody had like a theme. Like Lex Luthor maybe has like his own like theme song. Like it's you could hear that when it comes out. But everybody else like there's no like Lewis and Clark theme. You know, like there's no Clark and Kansas theme. There's nothing. Not that like
Yeah, there's
his
no like build up like musically
hmm
um throughout the movie, and there's no. I really don't even remember hearing bass outside of some fighting scenes.
Yeah, I
Like you
don't
didn't
remember
feel like that
music at all.
rumble at all.
Yeah. What
Yeah, I
else?
don't.
So, are you looking forward to Supergirl at all? Like, are you curious or not at all?
Not, not at all. Not if he if Gunn is doing it. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do it.
Word.
I can give you a pretty quick character rundown if you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, Leah, throw me what you got. We'll wrap it up after that.
Okay. Lex, monotone the whole movie. Better when he had his outrageous moments, but also almost kind of didn't make sense. Holt tried to pull it off, but his script was terrible.
Hmm.
Goes for everybody. The whole script was terrible, sadly.
Yeah.
Robots, I mean, okay, you put some light on it. No backstory to anyone at all.
Hmm.
Um, the the hammer of Bravia,
Arabia.
whatever his name is, disappointment. Thought it was going to be a totally, I'm not as big DC as I am Marvel, but I don't. I thought it was a different character. They made it sound like there was 26 different enemies in this thing.
He could have
Um,
done more.
he could have done more, but you come to find out, it's Ultraman. You don't even find out any special way. The helmet just goes back and he nods. It's not anything crazy. Uh, Ultraman was, I
Fine up
mean,
until you find out he's just a
he
clone.
was
But for
he
why?
was
Like,
told what to do and how to fight, and he's a clone of Superman, but maybe more powerful, but also has times of like you barely see him.
yeah, he doesn't
Like
use his
you,
laser beams eyes. He doesn't do anything like that.
he does. He shoots Superman in the eyes like one time with
Oh,
it,
he does. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
but that's because Lex made him do it.
Right. Brains over
Which,
brawn. As he punches him.
yeah,
That's what he says. He says like
yeah.
brains over brawn, left hook, right.
L7, um, the engineer,
Chinese food.
uh, not a great actress. She was
No,
okay. I liked her powers. She was kind of reminded me um,
she was
of
discount. She was discount Trinity.
she was she was discount Trinity. I like that. She reminded me of a ripoff like Feora L.
Uh huh.
That's what she reminded me of. The girl, that hit side by side with Zod.
Yeah.
Um, Clark Kent's parents, um, super shallow.
Yeah.
The whole movie's shallow. Everything is shallow. Shallow. Just get your feet and your ankles wet because we're not giving you any backstory. They pick a great guy that played in Constantine, and
He barely gets
he
a
made them
monologue.
he made them just they just came off as unintelligent country bumpkins. Like that's what they came off as.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your paw said, like it just doesn't.
I'll get your boots for you. And
Yeah, well, yeah, I cleaned your boots. I'm like, okay, cool.
And it looks like
Um,
it looks like he runs off without even grabbing the boots. By the way, like in that scene, like the way it's cut, like it looks like he like just kind of takes off from there. The way they cut it.
Bro, can you imagine how it would, I mean, it would have felt better if she would have maybe tossed him the boots and he would have like walked outside and ripped his shirt and the Superman logo just popped. Like he never pulls his shirt open and
We never,
Superman is there.
yes, and we never see him go fast. We never see him use his super hearing.
He doesn't
We don't
stop bullets. He
we don't
doesn't
see
do
him use
anything.
like supervision. You know,
I
there's
don't think a
no like,
bullet was fired the whole movie.
yeah, no, he doesn't like. Remember in Superman Returns, we get that great bullet in the eye, which was like in the
Yeah,
trailer 1,000 times. Nothing like
yeah,
that. Nothing to like display like how like he's a god. He's Superman. Just
yeah,
there's
nothing.
no like explanation of powers at all for anybody.
There's nothing.
Even Jimmy. We don't know why Jimmy's such a ladies' man. Does he have like a big member? Is he just like good with the
There's
words?
nothing.
Is he good with
J-
like he's a linguist? Like what's going on? No.
Jimmy is a ladies' man again with no story, but doesn't hook up with anybody in the movie. If you realize this, he's such a ladies' man, he doesn't hook up with anybody.
Right, yeah, he gets hit on by
Which is
like a
he?
pro. They show prostitute in this movie.
They show prostitutes in the movie. Okay,
They show prostitute in the
they
Superman movie.
this is parts I want to save for the synopsis, but I'm trying to run through. Yeah, they should. Yeah, crazy. Um, who's next?
Perry White. Like,
Lois. Hold on,
Can I get?
Lois Lane.
Yeah,
Lois Lane. She played a great Lois Lane.
yeah, she
I
was
thought,
good.
in fact,
I want to see more
I would
of her.
rather see more of that interview type scene.
Yeah,
Now, it kind of during that scene, I'm like, oh, she's just throwing it on record just like that. I'm like, damn, bro, that's kind of
yeah, it's
like,
kind of betrayal of trust.
and
But
dude,
also
that scene
Superman,
pissed me off. That scene
because
pissed me off.
because she
If he,
dresses Superman, and Superman's just like, I want to leave. I want to go home.
yeah, he
Like,
crumbles and almost cries. He is so. Hold on, I'm not gonna. Let me hold off a little bit here.
look, look.
Perry,
I can
sorry,
edit this.
Perry.
Look, I edit this however I want. All right, it's all good.
So, sorry, Perry. Like, bro, all of a sudden you think maybe Superman looks familiar. Like, what? You did nothing the whole movie.
Yeah, the Perry
You
doesn't.
did nothing the whole movie.
He doesn't yell at Clark at all. Does he get yelled at? Maybe he does actually. Somebody says something about this is. You think this is sports or something like that?
No, that's some other manic guy that's running around that
It,
gets on the ship with them at the end. Some other
and
manic
why?
dude.
Why does he show? Why does he get on the ship? He's like, oh, what are you doing? Nothing. How many people can fit on the ship? 6, maybe 5. All right, we'll add one more just in case it doesn't fit 6. And he's just like there, and it doesn't even fit him. He has like no seat. And the girl with the big boobs, like she's just like outrageously good looking, and just in the movie for no reason. She doesn't do anything. She's just
No
like
reason.
basic.
I mean, she's cute though.
She's cute as hell, but like,
She's
why?
cute though.
Why is
Uh,
she there? Why is she showing up?
Green Green Lantern. It was cool. The ring with the powers were different. He was more of a wise ass, but it was like okay, he was a wise ass a couple of times. He was wrong a couple times. Okay, I was watching the thing where that actor had chosen to do that bowl haircut. You know, like the comics. So I mean, I
Yeah,
appreciated that. Suit looked like shit. Didn't see much of him. Um,
I like his bet. I like his. He had a little back and forth with Superman, and I wish there was a little bit more of that. Like if they would have
yeah,
made like a little bit of like conflict between him and Superman, kind of like Tony and Captain America. Like I would have been like, yes, like there we go. Like two superheroes with two different ideas, and this is the conflict. And
yeah,
Superman's got to figure that out. Like that would have been awesome to like figure that out. Instead, no, he's got to be like, oh, I gotta explain to Lewis like why I invade countries and get involved in stuff because people are bad.
yeah. I think if you want this movie to be a 6 out of 10, you need to be prepared to ask, why isn't there more?
Yeah.
Because you say it every scene. I mean, it's just like, well, what?
What else? Yeah. Damn, I was gonna say something. I just totally forgot.
That's all right. Hulk girl, cool. She actually looked good in her suit. The screaming kind of annoyed me. Mr. Terrific, should have been more powerful. Shouldn't have tried to make him more fun. Shouldn't have tried to make him funny. He's not supposed to be funny. Everything just seemed too comicky.
Yeah,
Um,
he could have not have played for laughs.
yeah, everything was just too comicky, too jokey, pokey. Like,
But I'm glad it didn't go in like the Flash route. Like the Flash in Batman versus Superman or Justice League. Like I didn't like that type of jokey. Like I'm glad that I didn't feel that much in this one.
that would have been better than this.
Yeah, maybe.
That would have been better than this. Oh my
I
God.
really Ezra. I
Who
really don't
else?
like Ezra.
Yeah, I don't like Ezra. Who else am I missing here?
That mm,
I'm saving Superman for last.
Lex saving Superman for last.
Yeah.
So you talked about Mom, Pa. We talked about Jor-El.
Oh,
Uh,
the Jor-El, though that
yeah, get into it.
I cannot tell you how. First off, Bradley Cooper just looks like he's bulimic and thrown into the movie and speaks this random language, and then when they decipher the whole code, they destroy the entire Superman story, and it now becomes a James Gunn Superman
Yeah.
that is like.
His parents abandoned him or what, like, yeah, not abandoned
So
him,
you're
like,
supposed to go to the planet, take over those that are not worthy of you, rule over the planet, take as many wives as you want to
make as many
repopulate
babies, yeah, to
in
repopulate.
our vision. Like you
that is
ruined they
so
ruined
that is so
man, they
not
ruined
like
the entire movie.
I'll put it up on the video, but I sent you the little meme of like the three different Jor-Els, and like there was the Marlon Brando, and like what his message to Superman was, which is basically like go protect them. And then you got um
Yeah.
Russell Crowe like saying like, watch over them, they're good people, be their protector. And then you got this guy, he's like, rule over them, they're fucking weak. Like, and it's Bradley Cooper, and he means nothing. It's like it's not even he's not even like he's totally phoning it in.
You go from like Brando to uh what's the name of Man of Steel? You just said.
Uh, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. You go from Brando to Crow that have great Superman messages and did great parts in there. They were great in those films.
Awesome.
And
Russell
then you
Crowe's the
throw
man.
this the man and like again just incredible character development. Like
Yeah,
a
and
maturation of Superman quickly because he's taught so well. The Codex is completely gone.
yeah,
Okay? The Codex completely gone, and you just have this image of this half message that's like, okay, like you're in a you're in a spaceship, and then you grow up knowing this message, and
you can't figure it
they
out how to
speak
break.
they speak in a different language for 45 seconds, and the English translation is 10 seconds of it, and then you finally decipher the rest, which is another 30 seconds of your language, and it's a four paragraph of how to take over, and no one and you don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, and it could be fake, but everybody, like you said, everybody believes it for some reason and just goes
Everyone
along with it.
believes, oh, Lex come up with it. Oh, Lex, it's almost like Lex in this movie has never done anything wrong. And
Yeah,
he's
or he
only been on the government side. And
he
he's
brainwashed.
affiliated with the government, everything. Like I
Yeah,
know in
how? We don't know.
I know comics and cartoons, like he gets further up like that, um
He's just in the
but in
room.
this it's like he does nothing wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's never like, oh, we gotta go get him. Like, there's never anybody else on Superman's side to go stop Lex, or
Oh, a
anybody else for
black
that
hole
matter.
started, everything's gonna get split in half. Oh,
Yeah,
detach.
detach.
Trying to think. Metamorpho. Okay. For
I
some
like
reason,
his.
the voice didn't match
Yeah,
like who he seemed he was going to be, and I also thought that the suit kind of looked funny.
yeah. I,
The suit kind of
I,
looked funny.
he's the only one where I liked his powers and his power set, And he's the only one
Well,
where his power set kind of made sense.
yeah, but then he pops out of there, right? And then he
Yeah.
ends up where? Where does he end up?
I don't know. I know I see his head pop up a lot. Like that was always weird. Like all the rest of his body changes except for his head.
Doesn't he end up full bodied back with like the Justice Gang with his kid?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if no, the kid has to go somewhere else. I don't know where
That's
the
right.
kid gets to
That's
go.
right. I walked out the last like 3 minutes of the movie.
And I'll tell you why. Because that scene where he's like looking. Okay, so at the end, the robots like he goes to the Fortress of Solitude and he's getting his batteries recharged with the sun. And while he's doing that, instead of listening to the whack ass message from his actual parents, he watches like home movies from his adopted parents. And as the audience, you don't care because there's no relationship between him and his parents in the movie, really. And like, so at the end, when there's that scene where he's like looking at his parents and he's like, ah, yeah, I'm a punk rocker. I could give a shit because I'm like, I don't like none of this matters to me. Like none of this matters to me because like for all I know, his parents are dumb as hell and like don't even remember making like how did they even make these home videos?
Yeah, I
Ah,
didn't
that
want
the
to
parent thing
sit
ticks
there
me
for
off
the
so
whole
much.
credits. I didn't want to sit there for the whole credits either.
It's
Had
just
no
that.
interest in doing that.
It's just that. It's just the camera spins around and him watching the home movies and he's smiling and then we get like the title sequence. And it's like another discount version of like the Man of Steel, or the like
Star
Superman
Wars.
Returns. Yeah, like with the letters like flying down into you and stuff. Which even that you would think like, yay, that they did the old logo and title, and I was like ready to get the fuck out of there. So I give it a
So,
three and
well,
a half after this conversation.
well, here's my final. The character,
mm,
Corn
Superman.
Sweat,
Yes.
played a good Clark Kent. Didn't like everything about it, but I thought he had to play a decent Clark Kent. Um, Superman was super emotional. I don't know if he was feminized or if he was emasculated. No leadership, no respect showed towards him. Gets beat up the entire movie.
Yeah.
Progresses in a way that you don't really understand what's going on. A lot of wasted scenes. Um, he's childish almost.
Yeah.
Which okay, if you're going for a lighter side, I don't mind the lighter side of Superman, but I mean, even just him fighting with the dog over and over again, or uh, anything else, even the interview with Lois. I mean, how emotional was he going to get? And then walks out.
Yeah, there's no scenes where he's like assertive or like puts his foot down or makes a decision that like he's not competent. Like he's not like sure of himself. And like Superman should be like totally sure of himself. He should be
It's
like a
cool that
James Bond.
that whole fighting, like at the end, was cool. He was getting like choked out. He flew up in the air. Okay,
Yeah, I like
cool.
the scene. Yeah,
Let's keep in mind also for everyone that bitched about Henry Cavill snapping Zod's neck. Let's keep in mind Christopher Reeve killed Zod also. Henry Cavill killed Zod also. And now you have this Superman that not only killed Ultraman because he threw him into a black hole,
yeah,
but they also shot somebody, executed them dead in the head, which
yeah. That
no other
was
movie's done.
and nothing really happens afterwards. Really, like
Nothing.
it's just like that's just the way to like get Metamorpho to be like, oh wow, Lex is bad. It's not like him holding his baby hostage had anything to do with it. It's him like shooting that random dude. And they even
Yeah,
make it. They
it was
even the
just
movie almost like makes it insignificant on purpose because they talk to the guy and the guy's like, I have no kids, I have no family. It's okay, Superman. And you're like, motherfucker, no, it's not okay. Like Superman saved that motherfucker. And yeah, he doesn't. He saves the
he
squirrel though.
doesn't. Yeah, and they're all standing there chanting Superman about to go to war.
Yeah, and then nothing happens after. Yeah, that part I was like, okay, is something gonna, and then nothing.
But it was just like I said, it's a bad script overall. I think everyone got downplayed because of the script. I think Cornsweet got downplayed because of the script. I thought he was good as Superman. I thought he was good. He was a good Superman
Yeah,
at
he was
times.
good.
He had
Yeah,
his times. The
it's the
problem is he
script.
didn't look like a good Superman as many times as he was a acting as a good Superman. The suit might have been off, the CGI might have been off, the emotion, he was written into this emotional form of Superman that's again 3 years in, not 3 months in. It's just it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like Superman.
Yeah,
Gets
not.
beat up. I mean, there were some good scenes, but he gets beat up the whole time.
Yeah, I want to see him win.
Oh, it's the first time Superman got beat. Really? That's how they introduced the movie. And the
That's how the movie
entire
starts.
movie, he gets beat.
Yeah,
He
I'll be.
loses. It's the first time he ever lost a fight, right? He
Yeah,
gets healed up and goes right back to the fight and then loses every other fight for the rest of the time. He
and
didn't
then gets
even
and then
kill
gets
the
he gets
kaiju.
he gets captured. Yeah, he needs help with the kaiju.
He didn't kill the kaiju, okay? I didn't know Metamorpho was going to be honestly, I'm not deep into DC. I didn't know Metamorpho was a good guy. Seemed
Yeah,
like he
me
was a good
neither.
guy helping out everything.
Yeah,
That thing that was closing up, that portal that was closing up, that portal was the same size every time they cut back to them. It grew smaller and then it cut back to them and it just reset it growing smaller, so it never really closed.
yeah. That whole universe is opening up thing is just dumb. Stop eating. So these movies have to stop eating up the world. Like, stop it with the world getting swallowed up by something.
So my synopsis is this movie was it was a it was a pretty messful movie. It was pretty, but it was also pretty messy.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty messy movie. For the beginning, I'll tell you that hey, went to a nice early 10 a.m. movie, got in my recliner, got my popcorn, my cherry Coke.
Yeah.
10 a.m. Popcorn wasn't even hot. Then I see a commercial with Timothy Chalamet for Cash App, and it was so bad that I knew at that very moment, because there was only two other previews that were good. I knew after those moments that this is going to be a long 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it was.
Yeah.
It was.
That was fun, man.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up this like portion of the podcast. Yeah, we gotta do this again, and thanks for coming on.
Of course, man. And I ended up watching Ballerina, and that was so also.
So also, all right. So maybe the we'll maybe we'll do a video on that. We'll get our thoughts on that.
Sounds good, bro. I hate the movie more now. Thank you so much.
You're
I'd
welcome.
probably
All
give it
right.
a 4.7.
Say bye to everyone. Hey guys, welcome back. That's a long one. That was a long one for me. That's the longest video I ever put together. So I hope I kept you guys entertained. I want to thank you guys for listening. I really want to thank my guest, Mr. Bones, for giving me his time and his opinions. I really respect his time and his opinion. So I'm glad he dropped in, was able to talk to me and you guys about the film. Again, it's not like a personal attack on anybody's feelings of the movie. They're just our feelings about it. And yeah, we just wanted to have some fun and have fun with you guys. So if you want to see us do more of this, let me know. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Later.